Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Friday morning update. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. I don't really have any big changes from the forecast of the last couple of days. Here on the left, you can certainly see we have this elongated fetch of moisture still streaming into Oregon, Washington, and Northern California. We still expect several rounds of heavy, steady valley rainfall at times into New Year's Day. We'll have that timeline for you. We'll have the Cascade snow forecast, which is still heavy at times. And we're monitoring any threat of windy weather in the days ahead as well. I will give you a heads up that I don't see, at least this weekend through Sunday into Monday, any threats of high winds. So that's good news, especially, coming off of that windy Christmas night that we had. And Mount Hood travel in good shape on this Friday morning. This is at 8:46 this morning. Highway 26 over Government Camp. ODOT's camera showing bare pavement with temperatures in the mid 30s. Snow level today up there generally above 4,000 feet at 4,500 feet should keep. And with light snow amounts during the day, I think Cascade travel generally will be in pretty good shape. I brought this topic up a couple days ago, and with the continuation of this wet weather pattern that we're looking at, the River Center, Forecast Center here in Portland, putting out this list of rivers that they are monitoring most carefully for the best risk of getting the flood stage or slightly above in the coming days, depending on how much rain falls and depending on how much spacing we have between rainy systems coming in. So again, all this is saying is that these are the rivers that right now show some potential to reach flood stage or higher in the coming days. Doesn't mean they're going to, but a lot of the usual characters here, the Nehalem, the Trask, the Wilson River coming into Tillamook. And notice these are rivers coming generally out of the Coast Range. So we're not seeing any heightened flood risk with the rivers coming out of the Cascades at this time. So that's good news. That would be the Clackamas and the Sandy. The Willamette and Columbia are two biggest rivers not showing any concern for flooding either. I will tell you the Willamette in downtown Portland's come up 4 feet since Tuesday, could come up another 4 feet in addition, but would still be well above flood stage into Monday. So again, just I want to put this in your head. If you live or you're traveling in areas where some flooding of these rivers would impact you, just note that there's the chance in the coming days that some of these will pop up the flood stage. Okay, enough of that. All right, quick shout out to our sponsor, the Momentous Wealth Podcast. Listen on Apple Podcasts, listen on Spotify. This is brought to you by local investment firm Momentous Wealth Management, licensed in Oregon and Washington. It's a firm that I use, highly recommend them and their investment podcasts on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Not gearing you towards investments, but educating you on investment topics. Important to note that. Okay, let's take a quick update of Mount Hood. This is courtesy of Hillcrest Sports in Gresham. Again, you can rent everything, you can buy everything. They have it all there for your skiing and boarding needs. I want you to notice the bases. Timberline Lodge, 91 inches on the ground now, 18 inches new over the past 24 hours. Meadows, 16 over the last 24 hours, a 94-inch base. And Ski Bowl looking better with 7 inches at 5,000 feet on their slope over the past 24 hours, and their base now up to 41 inches. Hoping that Ski Bowl could reopen at some point this holiday season for skiing and boarding. Their tubing hill continues to be open. Not seeing the high winds on the mountain today that we did yesterday morning, so that's good news for skiers and boarders as well. And here is my snow forecast. So today I mentioned 4,500-foot snow level. Generally, not much going on, just some flurries to light snow. Snow showers picking up this evening, where there could be 6 inches of new snow through midnight at 5,000 feet and higher. And then tomorrow, the snow level is back down to 4,000 feet. So kind of sporadic snow showers on Saturday. I don't think it's a terribly snowy day, but the snow will pick up at some point late Saturday evening. All total 3 to 8 could come down. Then you've got a bump in snow level to 5,000 feet Sunday morning. So if you're traveling early Sunday morning, that would be rain at Government Camp, switching to snow during the day. That's why you have the wide range, 2 inches near to below 5,000 feet. You get up above 5,000 feet, and you've got 14 inches that could come down Saturday overnight, and then at times during the day Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, I still think are much quieter days overall. Snow levels will be lower, 2,500 feet Monday, 3,000 feet on Tuesday. And again, the other past cameras are all in good shape this morning. Pardon me. There's Siskiyou Summit looking just wet with a temperature early this morning of 38 degrees. Santiam's wet, Willamette's wet, and 33, but a wet 84 out over the Blues as well. Again, this is a great page for you to check past cameras and conditions. This is my Mount Hood weather ski forecast page on my weather site, portlandweather.com. Highly recommend that you bookmark it. Okay, here's a look at our future radar product. This is the American GFS model, and this is meant to be what radar could look like in the coming hours to coming days. Okay, so this is getting into this afternoon around 1 p.m. And it shows we're pretty quiet with rain gathering offshore, though. We are looking, once we get into late afternoon, evening, here's 4 p.m. Now we've got steady rain picking up. So a pretty quiet Friday until later in the afternoon. And then we have steady rain this evening. But the steady rain this evening could be out of here by midnight. And then you've got scattered showers around, but nothing overly substantial during much of the day tomorrow. So here's Saturday at 4 p.m. It's been a pretty quiet day overall. Notice all the rain down south, though. And then Saturday overnight into Sunday morning, here comes that rain. So this is wet Saturday overnight, wet Sunday morning. And although the rain, there's a front that comes in Sunday morning. So after a wave of steady rain overnight into Sunday morning, the steady rain could break into showers. But I have reason to believe that Sunday is going to continue to be more wet than dry through the afternoon. So we've got some dry time on this Friday, or there are some showers around, just not much total rain on this Friday until we get into like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then maybe not a much total rain during the day Saturday, but there will be showers around. And then the rain picks up Saturday overnight and Sunday's pretty wet. I still think this is Monday, and here comes Tuesday, totally dry. I still think that Monday and Tuesday are pretty quiet weather days. Some scattered showers on Monday. Tuesday shows potential, look at this, of being completely dry until we get into late day or evening. So this is now New Year's Eve. This is 10 p.m. New Year's Eve. Showers just picking up. So that's pretty good weather. And then first thing Wednesday morning, New Year's Day, a front comes in, and that is absolute steady rain Wednesday morning, breaking into showers during the day. But some of the models put out some pretty hefty amounts of rain Tuesday overnight into New Year's Day itself. So we'll keep you updated on that. Here's how much rain could be falling between right now, mid-morning Friday through Sunday afternoon. And it does bring another inch and a half up around Seattle, about another inch and a half in Portland and Kelso, Longview. Shows once you get down south of Salem, you could be looking at 2 inches of rain down into Eugene, and then heavier rain amounts down in the southwestern corner of Oregon, well over 3 inches once again. And this is terrific news, more widespread, pretty good rain amounts all the way to the Idaho border across eastern Oregon and Washington. So, terrific news there. Again, the biggest rain windows are this Friday evening, and then again Saturday overnight through Sunday morning. And you put all that together, maybe got some decent rain totals. Again, it was a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain just last night that came through Portland. This is snow. I don't know what you're going to, there's not too much to get out of this. This shows 40 inches up on Mount Hood through Sunday, but that's at upper elevations. That's like 8,000 feet and higher. Great news for our snowpack, no doubt. Okay. But very clearly, we could be looking at 1 to 2 feet of total snow at 5,000 feet. That's the ski resorts between now and Sunday, with more heavy snow amounts at times, up to maybe 8 inches if we get lucky at Government Camp. But again, the snow levels in this pattern have been near 4,000 feet. That's Government Camp. And then they jump a little bit above it, then they come back down. So it makes it hard to pinpoint how much total snow we're going to have at pass level. But we know at that 5,000 feet and higher, where we now have bases of 90 inches, we're going to get dumped on again in the coming days, and more decent snow that could impact travel out over the Blue Mountains as well. Okay, I'm going to play this animation. This is good news. This is wind. And I've checked several different models. This is the American GFS model. And basically, this is showing you peak gusts. So like 20-mile-per-hour gusts in the valley into this afternoon. That's no big deal, right? Same thing at the coast. No big deal. So let me just pull this down so I can see the legend, and you can see the legend too. So basically, when you get into these yellow colors, that's when you've got 50-mile-per-hour potential winds at the coast and you've got concern. So here is this afternoon. Now we've got rain picking up into the evening. This shows there could be some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts nearing the central and south coast, but just for a brief period of time, and then that falls away. So I don't see there being any wind advisory or warning for the coast tonight into Saturday morning. This does show winds pick up. I think this is southwest, like 10 to 25 mile per hour stuff overnight tonight into early Saturday morning. Gorge winds from the east will pick up into 30-mile-per-hour gust range this evening and then kind of ease overnight. So here we are Saturday morning. Some noticeable winds. Maybe there's some gust up to 30 in the valley, but I think that's the high end. I think it's more likely most of us will see gusts under 30. And even at the coast, you've got gust under 40. And then here's Saturday daytime. It's really pretty quiet. There's overnight into Sunday morning, pretty quiet. Notice this next surge of heavy wind, maybe some 60+ mile per hour winds along the southern Oregon coast, Coos Bay and the North Bend. That's early Sunday morning. That's some gust. Again, this is early Sunday morning to 45 miles per hour, maybe up into Florence. And then that goes away. You've got some higher winds down in south central Oregon, but all that kind of goes away again. And here is Sunday afternoon. Just sporadic gusts that could reach 30 miles per hour, which is really pretty garden variety stuff. So this is the model that correctly showed on Tuesday. I think it actually showed Monday into Tuesday morning. It correctly showed that we were going to have high winds in the Willamette Valley and along the Oregon coast Christmas night. And the model was exactly right. Remember, we had the 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts at the coast, and we had the 62 mile per hour wind. I think it was in Scappoose. This model is not showing any of that. Everything I just showed you pointed out maybe there's some 40 mile per hour wind gusts at the beach, no big deal. Maybe some 50 to 60 briefly down along the extreme southern Oregon coast, and winds generally gusting no more than 30 or so in the Willamette Valley. So if that's the case, there's no wind concern. And I feel pretty like that's a high confidence call at this point through the weekend. Real quick look, because some of you like to see the upper level flow patterns. This is this afternoon. The thick blue line, that's the polar jet. So when that thick line gets down over our area, snow levels could drop to 2,000 feet. It's higher snow levels when they're to the north. Here's the low and the low system that comes in, giving us some Friday evening rain. That passes. Here's the rain picking up Saturday overnight into Sunday morning. There's a trough Sunday daytime, keeping numerous showers alive. Again, the polar jet's well to our north, so while the snow levels get down to mountain passes, they don't get much colder than that. Here's the quiet weather with some weak ridging on Monday into Tuesday of next week. And then here we go into New Year's morning. New Year's morning, the cold trough is back here. So snow levels could New Year's Day jump up to 5,000 feet with a south flow, but there will be moisture streaming out ahead of this. That's why we have the rainy New Year's Day. But again, the cold trough, oh, no, it just backed up. Hold on. Let me get the cold trough. This only went through Wednesday afternoon. And that's warming into midweek of next week. So one thing I do want to point out is that there's no really low snow levels here, below 4,000 feet for the most part. And we get back into some mild, potentially higher snow levels the mid part of next month. So still nothing. It just overly looks like, wow, we could have some, really good snow down at 2,000 feet. Doesn't show up through the next week or so. These, let's go around the horn real quick. Some of you said you like this. All right, Medford, 53 today. There's that drier weather Monday into Tuesday. Medford doesn't show much of a chance of rain on New Year's Day. So really, once you get past this weekend, pretty quiet down there in Southern Oregon. All right. Bend, 34 right now. Rain likely on Saturday, 46, into Sunday, 45. Pretty dry on Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances pick up somewhat on New Year's Day in Central Oregon into Thursday. Seattle's going to be wet. Yep. But there's the quieter weather Monday into Tuesday as well showing up. So that's a very consistent pattern. Here's Salem. Rainy weather times through the weekend, especially Sunday. This shows likely showers Monday, but it's scattered. And then a dry Tuesday daytime. Rain picks up New Year's Day. So that's kind of what we've been showing you. Here's Newport. Showers breezy at the beach this weekend at times. Drier, quieter weather on Monday with scattered showers into Tuesday. Rain picks up New Year's Day. Okay. So my 7-day forecast, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. Pretty quiet Friday. We get up to 53. Late day evening showers. Saturday, it's tough for me to tell how many showers we see or don't see. So I'm telling you, if you have plans Saturday, the potential could be, hey, it's not that wet, or gee, it's pretty wet. I'm really not sure which way that goes. But Saturday overnight into Sunday morning, it's really rainy. That breaks into showers that are numerous during the day. Sunday, a high of only 48. Pretty wet day overall. And then Monday, Tuesday, there's our break where it's not very active. And Tuesday potentially is dry all day until late afternoon or evening. Showers pick up into a rainy New Year's Day, and then you've got showers or back up into the 50s with a breezy south wind on Thursday of next week. In fact, Thursday of next week, you can make the case is more like 55, 56 degrees. Pretty mild pattern coming again. Okay. No wind concern. Watching rising river levels. Those are probably my two biggest headlines. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, and I'll talk to you soon.